everyone to this week's video, and I hope you guys enjoy. We are back on the beach. Was there before the sun came up. We get some awesome lighting for this shell video. It was fun, and a few little pieces of shells. One of those cross-barred Venus clams. Ooh, something exciting. This is a good shell to start off with because that is a cone, and you guys can tell me, I don't know if it is like a mouse cone or some sort of orange cone. Ooh, a nice Cabrit Murex. A good size. This is about the kind of size I usually find here at this beach. Starting off strong with two really awesome shells. What else are we going to find today? I want to know what you guys enjoy seeing in my videos. A little coffee bean trivia. Like, what is your favorite shell that you see me find? Comment down below. This is a big chunk of a shell. That is a green, it could be a turbo or a star spine shell. And unfortunately, you know, it's broken. Although I haven't found one that size. That's a good size. This is a nerite. There are a few different types of nerites. Checkered nerites, which are usually the white and black kinds. And this was a little different. I'm not sure exactly what kind of nerite that is. I'll have to use my book to check that out. But it is different than I typically find them, so. And a lightning whelk. Had to jump up on the sand there to collect that. It's a pretty lightning whelk. Again, starting off strong with the shells. Kind of giving you guys a look at that. Did you see that before I went to pick it up? That is a button shell. You know, obviously kind of named for its look there. It's this tiny little shell. Find them every once in a while. They almost look like they're fossilized, but they're just kind of in a little shell. And that is a juvenile Florida fighting conch. Most of the time, I would say in the sand I find them like that. Here is a shell. I have no clue what this is, guys. If you know, comment down below. It was this itty bitty shell. I was trying to show you. You can see that spiral shape, almost how I see like sundials look, but it was brown and white spotted. Hard to get a good look at that because it was so small. This is a worm casing. I guess it caught my eye and dropped it. Back to the shells. I sometimes go to pick them up and they fall down. And this is another little juvenile Florida fighting conch. Juvenile queen conch, maybe. I sometimes say I get confused. Here we go. This was the most amazing find, guys. This is my first tulip. My first banded tulip ever. You're seeing it here in this video. Oh my gosh, look at that color. It's amazing. Just needed one more second to appreciate this shell. Even though that has that tiny little crack in it, it doesn't matter. That's my first tulip, and we are going to commemorate this together, and we'll always remember it. And now it's on the channel. There's a nice big knob sticking out, and that is a Florida fighting conch. Pretty good size. I don't know how it got washed all the way up there. Let's go ahead and clean that off, and back looking at shells. Another piece of one of those turbos. Too bad. I guess I could put them all together. And look, here's a little shell graveyard. I don't know what was going on up here. Someone must have dumped some shells, but a bunch of pieces of some conchs and there was a moon snail, so I thought I would at least give it a look. A tiny spiny jewel box. The little ones, you can see that pink on the top of it still. This is a nice lightning whelk. If my camera will focus, there we go. Here it is. Looks a lot like that other one. This has a little bit of a longer end on it though. And good old trusty olive. Right next to it though was this alphabet cone. Wow. Look at that thing. It's almost fossilized because of all that calcification on it. Jeez. Had to clean that up. This, I have no clue what this is. If you guys know, comment down below. Right? It doesn't look like a murex, but it almost does. I want to say there was another shell I found that was similar, and I don't know if it's called like a frog shell. Something, right? Wow. It was my lucky day. Here's another alphabet cone. Look at that. That's a nice size cone. I don't get really lucky sometimes here where I find these cones. You know, I found 2 so far in this video. A beautiful top. It just depends on the day. There's looks like another lightning whelk. You know, this day was amazing. I can't believe how many of the cones I found, and I found the conchs, and of course that tulip. So here's another one of those juvenile Florida fighting conchs. Still has its nice orange striping on it. This was an interesting find too. This is an orange marginella. You can see kind of those little orange spots on the side there, and some of that orange coloring on the top. It's a little worn. I love finding these when they're really, really shiny and they still have that nice bright orange on the top. Really cool shells. And this shell was actually a hole. Look at that. This is a green turbo green star shell, I believe it's also called. And this one was a bit worn down. You can see some of that color was taken off of the sides there. And here is a Florida Perthly cockle. Every once in a while we get some cockles. I would say more so that size than anything. And itty bitty shells. Who likes the micro shells? That was different. That is like, I believe it could be a top snail. It was very thin in a different shape than I have, and couldn't quite figure it out yet. This is one of my first hidden shells. Look at that. I don't know if this is some sort of like razor clam. I honestly haven't seen a shell like this. And it was together still. Wow, look at the color on that sundial. Guys, this fooled me for a second. I really was thinking that was the color of the shell. I think it might have gotten dyed just from something it was on or something attached to it or whatever, but look at that sundial. Hey, the colors are still so interesting that I had to take it with me, even though it was looking a bit beat up. This here, okay, this is one of my favorites. This is an Antillean file clam. Sometimes I find them with the brown striping on it, but they're this beautiful milky white, sort of see-through shell. Delicate, but also sturdy. And here I was at the beach, and I don't know what they were doing this day. There was this thing just going off, and I just could not imagine that that was good for the beach, but you know. And what a beautiful day. Found some amazing shells. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I love interacting with you guys. Come back next week for the next video.